Hey everybody, this is Reviews and More, back with a quick tech review. This is on the Photry brand ultra portable mini wireless lav microphone. So this is the kind of microphone you would wear on your lapel. Now this microphone goes for just under $66. I believe it's with there is a current 15% off coupon at Amazon, and I'll go ahead and link in the description for that and just once you watch the video. As always, if you find the review helpful, please hit the like and subscribe button, as it really helps out the channel. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so it comes in two little pieces, really three when you count the cables. So you're going to have a USB connection, and it's going to charge with it comes with a Type-C, a standard that you charge with, and also the USB Type 2 or standard type USB connector to connect to your computer, and that will actually be your connection to make the signal go to your computer and operate as a microphone. The case itself has two little magnetic portions, so when you put the lav away to charge, it'll basically snap into place and you will have a basically very secure location for your lav microphone to be. And then inside the baggie you will find a set of aux cables, a USB Type-C to USB Type-C cable, and a USB Type-C to a USB Type 2 connection. And that's what I'm holding right there, and that's going to be your connection to the computer, as I mentioned earlier. The charge on this lasts a good while. And when you take into account the charging case, you are advertised to get a full 80 hours of use out of this. I have not tested it fully to that extent because obviously that's a long time to sit there and just talk with the microphone on, but it is functional for a reasonable period of time. This would be perfect for anyone who's got to give like a presentation, needs to be mobile while they're doing it in like a remote setting, or if you're doing any kind of recording that involves getting up, moving around, and you don't want to be tethered to anything in particular or be forced to use a phone or something similar like that. I will say this, you're going to see a demonstration of me using it, testing for distance. Your useful distance is about 20 feet, and you're going to see that in just a moment, and then I'll kind of talk to you just after it's done. The way you turn it on is pretty simple. There's a button on the microphone. When it goes blue, it'll connect, and there you go. So here's the quick test of sound, and this is the microphone itself working. All right, everybody, so here is the microphone itself. It's right here on my, not lapel, but you can even tap it real fast. Alright, so you know it's actually the thing we're using. I'm not using like this Yeti off to the side or something to make it sound different. So what you're hearing now is using OBS's standard settings, all defaults in place, nothing actually changed around. So this is what you can expect in any kind of conference setting, Google Meet, Zoom, that kind of stuff if you're going to use it. In just a moment you're going to see a quick test of distance. Alright, so now we're going to do a quick test of distance. So basically we're going to walk down my hallway and I'm just going to count the whole way down, all the way until basically the end. The receiver is up on top of my computer desktop, so it should have a free and clear access to me going straight down the hallway, or at least something close to it, so we can kind of get understanding what the best case scenario as far as distance is concerned. So I'm just going to start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Disconnected. Connected. Disconnected. Connected.
And then we'll walk back in, so it should reconnect if it disconnected during that demonstration. Alright, so there you go. And what you probably heard a little bit when I was moving around, you probably heard some popping and loss of signal. I've noticed that does seem to happen, but once it reestablishes connection, it does pretty well. I don't think I could advise using this in a situation where you're like maybe, I don't know, doing like a remote or recording yourself working out or something, just because it would pop in place too much. But if you're relatively stationary, you'll be okay, or if you're relatively slow moving. If you're jumping up and down, basically forcing the microphone to work overtime, it might not be quite as good. But if you're just moving around a classroom or moving around at a board presentation meeting or like a conference room, you should be okay. I also do not believe that you could take like one of these and hook them up, like let's say you were like, I want to do a conference call. You couldn't buy like 10 of these and hook them up to the same system. They would eventually crisscross with each other, and it wouldn't, it's basically each one's tethered to its own receiver. So there's no way to like use one receiver for multiple microphones. So that does not work. But there you go. That's the basic review, guys. It is perfectly functional. It works well. The sound quality is pretty good considering the constraints of wireless technology. It's not going to be like what you're hearing right now. This is on a $130 microphone Yeti, so this is not going to be the same. Wired, obviously, you're going to have a more crisp and clear sound than you would when you're just simply using the like a wireless lav mic like this is set up to be. So overall, it's a good buy for the use that you get out of it. It's also super duper compact. So if you just need to throw something in your pocket and not worry about it, or put it into a bag and not have to think about how big this thing is. A lot of wireless lav mics that are out there are these big things that look like they get kind of like holstered onto your hip. Those are obviously going to give you a better result audio wise, but they're also a little more cumbersome. So overall, I think this is a good product. Definitely has its uses, but if you're looking for something with a more rich, deep sound, you're obviously going to have to look a little bit further, but you're also going to be paying a much higher premium price. So that's the review, guys. Thanks for watching. Have a great day, and I hope you pick up the product. I think it works out pretty well for me, and that's all I got to say about it. Thanks for watching.